Hi, my name is Anthony Natali, and I did my interview speech this week on Dr. Jeff Janzig. He is a co-owner of the Twinsburg Veterinary Hospital and Pet Lodge. He has been a co-owner there for the last 4 years, and he has been a vet since 2004. He does really have my dream job. He went to Ohio State University for veterinary school, and he got it on his first try, and he's been practicing medicine for a while now. He absolutely loves it. Small animal vet. He gave me a lot of great advice on how for me to achieve my goals, and he said one of the hardest and most difficult things that I'm gonna have to overcome doing what I want to do is that I am a very large minority in my career field. First off, I'm a white male, and most of the schools are all 95% female, and he said you're just going to be a tough road to hoe because I am a huge minority to begin with. But once I can get my foot in the door, everything can go a lot better from there. He says that the most difficult thing for him was actually getting in school. He said once he got in school, it was easier from there. He said you got to get your foot in the door, you got to get into school, and that was one of the most stressful things was getting through school. Once he got through school, he went in the veterinary field, and he was able to practice medicine like he was taught at school, and also kind of develop what he calls his own white trash medicine. The easy, simple, cheap solutions to fix things, especially for people who can't afford to spend a lot of money to fix. So the most difficult thing for him was actually getting in school. And he started working with the Twinsburg Veterinary Hospital, and he started working, and Dr. Greg, who is the owner, as soon as he started working, Dr. Greg started going on vacation. So Dr. Jeff was thrown right in there and got baptism under fire. He had to learn real quick how to deal with a lot of different things, and he really didn't have Dr. Greg did help him a lot, but Dr. Greg was near retirement, so Dr. Jeff really had to figure out a lot of things out on his own. He said it was very difficult, but at the same time, it allowed him to develop his own unique style, and he didn't have to follow a business outline or a certain way, protocol of doing things. As he developed his own, and he really enjoys that, is that he has free range to do what he believes is necessary. And a lot of vet hospitals now have a certain protocol you have to follow, and it doesn't help. So, when he said that salary-wise, you make good money coming out of school as a vet early. He said you make good money, but you have a lot of loans to pay back, and you spend a lot of money trying to pay those back. But he said once you actually buy into a practice, he says that's when you actually see that you're making money. So you got to save up money, you got to buy into a practice, and then you have to hope that practice really thrives. But you're working there to help it thrive. So it's all towards one common goal, is that you're trying to help make a practice thrive and do well. And the Twinsburg Veterinary Hospital does very well. They have beautiful facilities. The best classes that he said he took were his basic pharmacology classes and his anatomy classes. He's a big orthopedic doctor. He likes to do orthopedic surgeries, so he said that he focused a lot on anatomy and orthopedic classes because that was a lot of fun for him. And he said he does a lot of knee surgeries now, especially in dogs, and he said that was one of his most helpful classes because that's one of his focuses. He does a lot of regular medicine, but the orthopedic side of the medicine is one of his most favorite things to do, and was the most helpful classes for him in school. He said, if I become a vet, he said, I want to go and do large animal. And he says, as a male, you got a better chance of doing large animal. But he said, even if you get in veterinary school, you figure out you don't want to do large animal, you figure out maybe you don't even want to do small animal. He said there are so many other fields that you can go in. As a veterinarian, you can go work for the Homeland Security as a veterinarian to check meat poultry, different things they've been bringing into this country, and that's a really, it's a good job, it's a great job. Or you could even not be a regular vet, you can go work for the U.S. military, work for the cavalry, and take care of the horses there, or you can go and take care of the patrol dogs. He said there's so many career opportunities that you can go and do being a vet. He says not just going and practicing medicine. There's a lot of research and pharmaceutical research and developing new products. He said there's so much that you can do. So he says that experience. He said every day he's learning something new. He's been doing this for a while, but every day he's learning something new. And he said that's the one thing that you have to is just experience as much as you can. Work with as many different types of animals as you can. Learn what you really want to do, and once you put your mind to it, do it. And things are going to be stressful. Emergencies are going to be stressful, but you just gotta calm yourself down and work yourself through it. And it's something that he thinks I'll do very well at, because being a vet is a serious profession, but at the same time you have to be able to sit back and enjoy what you do. You get to work with animals every day. You get to save animals' lives. You get to just help keep an animal healthy. And he said that's a very enjoyable part of the job. Animals tend to be very rewarding in the work field, because they don't always know what you're doing for them, but a lot of animals are just, they're loving, they appreciate just the simple fact that you're doing something for them. And that's the biggest reason that I want to go do this, because I love animals, and I feel that animals are I don't know, better than working with people a lot of the time, because they appreciate everything much more than people do. And they're part of the family, and you get to save somebody's part of the family. It's a huge deal. I know that I treat my animals like they're my family, and if somebody were to come and save my dog from death, I mean, I couldn't express how thankful I'd be to them. And I guess that's one of the biggest reasons why we do what we do. So that's my dream job, and I'm working hard to get towards it and get at it, and hopefully very soon I could achieve that. But that was Dr. Jeff, and great vet. If anybody needs a vet, go to Twinsburg Veterinary Hospital and request Dr. Jeff, because he's an amazing guy, and he does amazing work, and he really is just a great vet. So thank you very much. I'm out.